In America, we do not kill people in cold blood to resolve policy differences or express a viewpoint.
The suspect in the shooting of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson is what's trending in true crime this morning. According to reports, Luigi Mangione frequently discussed health troubles online, particularly back problems, through a Reddit profile connected to his name. Take a look at his X profile. The header includes an X-ray of a person's surgically repaired spine. Now, Mangione reportedly struggled with very bad back pain prior to the alleged shooting of Brian Thompson. So we're wondering, could there be some kind of a link between his declining physical health and a possible mental break that led to these crimes? His attorney told Chris Cuomo that Mangione's mental health, though, isn't the problem. Take a look.
I think he made some knowing decisions today when we decided that we're challenging this extradition. I don't make those evaluations necessarily at this level, and so he seemed to understand my questions. He seemed to be able to interact with me, and so I was pleased with that.
All right, so the question we're asking, could back pain have actually led to a mental break? Let's bring in our power panel. Parenting and family relationship expert, psychologist, author, Dr. Sue Kornbluth. Private investigator, former NYPD officer, and former counterintelligence officer in the United States Army, Manuel Gomez. And high-profile celebrity attorney, does criminal defense, does civil work, John Phillips. Great to see you all on the program this morning. Dr. Sue, I would love to begin with you. Your thoughts on this, please.
Julie, I don't know how an attorney can say that somebody's mental health is okay from just asking questions. Nobody's mental health is okay, first of all, that's going into prison. And second of all, chronic pain can cause mental health issues, okay? This is seen in research. It can cause depression, it can cause anxiety, it can cause suicide in many people. But what we're talking about here is a young man who is 26 years old. Let us all remember that the brain is not fully developed till 25. So maybe we were not seeing any kind of mental health issues prior to this. But most times, mental health issues become prominent for young people in their 20s. And perhaps this is what happened. In addition, this seems to me that this is a young man that was extremely distressed over a procedure that he had that may or may not have gone right. He was angry about it, became radical about it, and wanted some kind of revenge, like many people do within this country. However, not everybody in this country coldly plans out a murder and kills an innocent man. So yes, to the attorney, I think there's mental health issues going on here.
Dr. Sue, appreciate your analysis. Thank you kindly. Attorney John Phillips, let me go to you next. Your thoughts, please.
So, Julie, most every day I see people suffering from injuries, from surgeries. And one time in a jury trial, it was the juror, a potential juror, that said, you know what? It's the pain that gets you the most. And it is the pain that gets you the most, but in our healthcare system, where it's abysmal to say the least, and you have CEOs has so many zeros behind their salary, and people whose injuries take them to the poverty line or struggle to feed their families, there is a friction. And then you have all of the stuff going on in the world with guns and mental health and lack of treatment, and taking a life is a step too far, right? Obviously. And it bothers me that we're kind of heroizing this guy, martyring, the situation. But, nobody loves where we are in the healthcare industry.
Isn't that the truth? John, thank you for all of that. Manuel Gomez, last but certainly not least, I want to get your take on this.
Well, I believe, like my colleague said, that the lawyer saying that he's not mentally disturbed is incorrect. the lawyer's not properly trained or a doctor to evaluate him like that. But I do believe he does have mental issues, but I don't think he's incompetent. Matter of fact, I can almost prove he's not incompetent. And the reason why is, one, he was methodical in his approach. Two, this guy was doing homework on how to kill and how to go up against the system. As it was reported in CNN as well, it was he was studying the Unabomber's profile and reading books like Catcher in the Rye. So this guy was doing his homework. I knew what to do and plan. But like I told you before, Julie, when I saw that Monopoly money in his bag, I realized this is not a professional. What this is an angry person. And the reason why he's fighting so hard with his lawyer is because due to all the P. Diddy newscasts out there showing how bad the jails are in New York and Rikers Island, he's in fear of coming here. But I hope they bring him here because he needs to be served justice and not be in a pretty boy cell in PA.
Oh, yeah. Boom. Drop the mic, Manuel Gomez. Yeah, and you know, SCI Huntington, where he is, the State Correctional Institution in PA, that is a rough place. It has a reputation. As soon as I saw on those documents that, ooh, he's not in the county, Joe. He's going to wish he was in county these next few days. And then it's off to Rikers for him, as you said, Manuel. Thank you for that. Let's talk about another aspect of this. So while this guy's locked up, there are some that are pushing for his release. There's somewhat of a movement online. Some supporters saying hashtag free Luigi, and some of Kim Kardashian's supporters apparently are pushing for her to help with his release and to represent him, get this, in his murder trial in New York. Is she even a lawyer? Don't think so. Last time I checked. Let's look at some of the comments on X. Now, this person says that she should represent Luigi Mangione. Another person says, what about a partnership here? Says Kim Kardashian needs to get Luigi pardoned and then put him in a Skims campaign. Okay, now Kardashian, we know, has been a vocal defender of criminal justice reforms while she is studying to pass her bar exam in California and to become an attorney. Apparently some kind of an unconventional process going on there to become a lawyer. I want to bring back in our power panel and ask, how realistic is a Kim Kardashian defense here? John Phillips, I got to go to you. This guy should be calling you. Not her, not.
My kids apparently love when I bring out the notes.
We do too. We do too, my friend.
And so, it's just no. Like there is a baby bar process in California that you can, skip law school. And look, we have a reality show president. Like I get it. Twitter's Twitter, X is X, whatever you want to call it. But no, and I wouldn't take this call, right? I'm licensed in 8 states. I finally get to choose my clients. I get, calls like Joe Exotic, but on the same token, he needs a real lawyer, and Kim is just not that. Right,
exactly, John. You're 100% right. What if it happens? Let's just say, for the sake of our analysis, this happens. Manuel Gomez, let me go to you. Get some thoughts on this, please.
Well, like my colleague said, I don't think it would happen. Right. I think I got a better chance of winning the Powerball in a thunderstorm than him getting Kim Kardashian to represent him. But, in this case, this is a rarity in this case. You have a killer who's well documented his intent to commit murder. His notes show it. So whatever attorney he gets, it's a complete uphill battle to try to find a defense to represent this guy. If anything, he should just take a plea and admit guilt on it, because his notes are damning. There is no way he is going to win, and I don't really see how a defense attorney is going to be able to defend this position when he literally admits it in his memoir notes. Again, he's fighting because he's afraid to come to New York, but we're waiting for him.
Boom. Drop the mic. Manuel Gomez, thank you so much. I know we've got to let you go get on with your day. Come back soon. Please, Dr. Sue and John Phillips are coming along with us. I want you to do the same. Still ahead here on Opening Statements.